I would say my best years, I was selling about 120 houses a year,
Mm.
which equates to about 16, 17 million in volume.
Sheesh.
And if you want to know the truth, the reason I have a team, the reason I have a team now is because I basically work 24/7.
How are you selling 120 properties a year?
That was just what was on the MLS. That didn't even count for the off market stuff.
How much
I
you
did.
think it was total?
What's that?
If you had to think about it.
Like how many houses have I sold?
Like
in my career?
no,
or?
like if 120 was just, so you saying some of them was off market or?
Yeah. I mean, I probably about 150 houses a year.
That's
in my
like
prime. I went 3 years really strong where that's what I was doing.
All right, you guys, check out Moguls in the Making, episode 26 with Barbara Whiteside. Succeed Real Estate, Circle City Fireworks, Get Shit Done VA, 317-414-3262. It's a wrap.
Yo, what up? Moguls in the Making, episode 26. We back again. I'm your host. Man, I got on better shoes than the other hosts today.
One
You
out
know
of a
what I'm
million.
saying?
I don't even know if them is better. You got the high tops.
Hey,
You
man,
got-
stop.
He ain't really in the sneaker life
I
like
mean,
that, man.
you know,
Y'all
I'm
don't
just
get
saying,
it.
you feel me? We back.
I ain't
again.
either, really though. Just to be 100% honest, I'm not either.
Right, he talking like he really about that life. But nah, y'all know, your boy, your host, Amari Heflin.
I'm your most gracious, most handsome, most happiest, most
Loveliest.
everything, loveliest.
Go ahead, T.
Host Tyrone Geechee Johnson.
Junior.
Nah, because
Motherfucker.
he ain't Geechee.
Junior.
I'm Geechee.
Damn.
But nah, what's up, y'all, man? We glad to have y'all back, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, we in here today. We got a special guest for y'all, especially for y'all ladies and gentlemen that's inside of the real estate industry, man.
Yep.
But first and foremost, we definitely got to get a quick business spotlight right now on what's going on with our business. We actually have, to be honest, some stuff on the market right now that's, you know, getting looked at. Some we got closings coming up within a week from now. We had a closing on a wholesale deal that we had last week that went really good, but still fine-tuning our processes as far as everything is going and putting all the paperwork and stuff together for new hires and all that stuff. And it's going to be so streamlined. It's going to be such a streamlined process. But also we are hiring a lead manager right now and also a disposition manager.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about that, too. That's probably like the biggest thing I'm excited about as far as the business, because, like, you know me, I like the training, I like the culture, I like that part of it, like, you know what I'm saying? So as y'all know, we got our office probably about a month ago or so now.
Yeah.
So getting that all the way together and situated, man, and starting to bring people in, man, to you know, handle different things for us so that we can be able to bring more stuff to y'all and continue to build. So that's really where we at. So
Yeah,
what else you got on that?
Really just spending more time working on the business and not in it is what is really going to help us do. I know before we talked about it, but we still talking about it now. Like, we're going to continue to fine tune that process.
Yeah.
Even when we get people in the right seats, now it's time to, you know, work on something else on the business and just continue to pull ourselves slowly but surely away from. What the thing that I'm excited about is like the future part of it is like really in the future. How I'm looking at it is, if I'm not here for a month, can our business still do what it's supposed to do while we gone?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I hear people say all the time, like people with like bigger businesses and stuff like that in our industry, you know what I'm saying? Not even bigger businesses, I won't say, just doing a lot of deals and they got a steady flow and process of deals. I always hear them say like, man, I took 2 months away and like what's crazy is my team did better than when I was there. I might need to stay on vacation. That's what I'm excited to, you know what I mean, to work on.
Yeah.
And just getting to that level because I know anytime I'm away, I'm just kind of like, I feel it pulling me back. Like, no matter how many days you're off, like 2 days, 1 day.
Still in your head.
It's still in my head. Like, man, I got to get in there and check this. I got to get in there and check that. So that's the one thing that I'm 100% excited about.
Yeah.
Though.
And I think to add to that, too, T, we'll be both in our strengths. Like, we both got similar strengths of tackling, like, big problems, right? Going and getting big relationships, going and, you know, finding talented people to help us grow like the brand and just do different things like that. Like, that's where our real natural talent is. That's what
right.
Me and you had different events and different things like that to go to, bigger, higher level meetings all throughout the week or traveling, we wouldn't get as tired as much.
Yeah.
You know, like we would
Yeah.
love that. You know what I'm saying? We'd be geeked to do that. So, you know, I'm more excited, agreeing with you saying, but just excited to get to that, you know, more of even what our passion is, because I know we got the time to do it, as much time, and we like it, and it's a strength of ours. It really can put us into a whole different direction. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So anyway, that's the business update, and we talked about systems and people. I said this many episodes ago, and me and T rapped about it and said that was my only thing, me personally. Like, that's all I care about this year. You know, if we made less money, if we didn't do as much of this or that or whatever, if we get the systems and people done, find them correctly, and be able to put them in the right seats and have the right systems that they can follow consistently and help improve them and being leaders to them, then that's all I want. That is my goal for this year.
For real.
So I feel like that's going in the right direction. We about that halfway mark, and I see that being like fully completed. You know what I'm saying? By the end of this year, like 100%.
Exactly.
But
For sure.
I know you got your hand over there waiting. He like,
Go
man,
ahead.
stop talking so we can introduce our wonderful guest, man. We got Barbara Whiteside in the building. I'm so excited.
You
to
want
have
your
you.
property listed?
Thank you guys.
You need investment properties. You need to list it creatively. Barbara Whiteside is in the goddamn building,
Let's
y'all.
get it, man. Shoot,
Shout out,
man.
Barbara. We got to have you, man. We've been trying to get you over here. You've been too busy.
Right.
Well, you guys know too. I sell fireworks. Also, we're in the height of the fireworks
Right.
season right
I
now.
forgot about that.
Yes.
Damn.
You got a story about that too. What's your fireworks story, real quick, that you told me?
Which one?
See,
like,
look, it was one where you
I-
said
I-
something. Y'all had a barn. Y'all had all your fireworks somewhere. And you had to get it out in like a day or something.
Oh, I forgot.
or I
to
don't
see.
know.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
some stories. What's a
Yeah,
fireworks story?
yeah, I do have some
Good.
stories. So, well, my grandpa sold fireworks, and then my dad sold fireworks. Now I sell fireworks.
Mm.
So I actually started selling fireworks out of the trunk of my car because my dad had them, and he was like, "Here, go sell these to your friends." So I started my fireworks business. I have a website called fireworkstoyourdoor.com.
Okay.
And so that's how I just started driving through the hood and saying, "Hey, anybody want a deal on fireworks?" Everybody's out on their front porch grilling out.
What?
And that's how I started my business. Then Craigslist came around, and then I grew my business from that. And now we have stores and locations. And
See, I didn't even know y'all had stores and locations. I
Yeah.
know that you said you were at a store, but I thought that maybe like y'all just set up outside of a store.
no, we
Like-
rent a building temporarily because people don't
Yeah.
really buy fireworks
Oh,
outside
yeah.
of like 4th of July
Exactly.
time. And down south, they buy them for New Year's.
Mm.
But so yeah, so it's just kind of grown. It's one of those businesses that just started out. And I had a Mustang. I don't know if you guys know how small. The trunk is in
Yeah,
a
most
Mustang.
definitely.
Stupid.
That's
small.
that's how I started off.
All right. So did you ever like? You ain't got a story of like a kid or because I got a crazy fireworks story.
Oh,
real
there's a
quick before we
lot
done.
of good.
I had a
fireworks
fraud.
stories.
Look, this crazy. So I'm over my cousin's house, right? Spending the night over there. We end up going to one of my cousins, her dad's side of the family, which I ain't that connected. I know her daddy, but he ain't my people like that,
Right.
you know. And his family ain't my first time meeting all of them, right? So we over there, and you know, we get them. I forget even what they call little bottle rockets where you light them and you throw them or put them in a bottle and they just shoot up and pop.
Yeah.
So we had them. So how we used to play with them, we light them and just throw them up and
See
then
which way they go.
see which way it going. You just run. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Which you're absolutely not supposed to be doing.
So we do this every year, right? It's normal. Nobody get popped or hit or it hit you. It don't really nothing happen. We go over there, and Barb, it got to be. Y'all can't see this door in front of me, but it got to be 50 feet. I don't know how many. It's way down the way, right? And we wait like it's a long driveway. So we down there towards the end of the driveway playing with the fireworks. My dumb ass take the bottle cap, light it, throw it up, and that boy said, shoo, right in the garage.
Oh.
I just seen it go in the garage. I'm like,
Oh.
oh. And then 2 seconds later, a lady was like, oh, it's in my hair.
Oh,
It's in my hair. I said,
damn.
oh, and then it was like, oh, and all the kids, it's like 10 kids, all of them pointing at me, all of them looking at me crazy. And then her daddy walk out. So he big and he swole and stuff like that too. He walk out, he was like, who did it?
Oh.
I was like, I ain't mean to. I mean, She went to the bathroom. She came out. She looked like a wet dog. Boy, it was crazy. She was just like hot. She was done. She didn't talk to nobody else. I didn't even want to go. I didn't even eat at that point. Like, I didn't even want to go in there and give me.
Because now you're embarrassed.
Now I'm embarrassed. I'm salty. I'm asking my cousin. I'm like, Deja, can you go in there and give me like some food, please?
Right.
So I can tell you a recent funny fireworks story. This happened last year. So I have a new best friend. You met her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was dating this guy who, he's my friend. He's nice, but he can be obnoxious, right?
Right.
And this was my first time she invited me to her house for a cookout.
Okay.
It was during fireworks season, so I showed up. And when I show up to a party, I always bring something. So I was like, I'll bring some fireworks. Okay?
Right.
So I bring like a lot of stuff that some of it, was pretty specialized. You might need a little instruction.
Right.
So before I left, I was like, hey, would you like me to show you like what to do with those? And he goes, I don't need help with that. I got a dick.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm
He
like,
talking shit.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So I leave the fireworks and I
All
leave.
right. Go
So,
ahead then.
so later that night, I'm scrolling on Facebook.
Oh.
And I see this video at that party where everybody is running and hiding
What?
because either a firework fell over or it was set up incorrectly. Who knows? But if he would have gotten a little instruction, but he didn't need instruction because he had a dick. Yes. And so her and him are not together anymore.
Oh.
It is a joke.
Because he done shot the club up.
It's
Literally.
hilarious. So,
Yo, that's hilarious.
yeah, and so I saw her shortly after they broke up and didn't know they had split up. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I saw the video. I'm really sorry. Like, I felt bad because I'm the one that left the fireworks. I don't know if anybody got hurt.
Yeah.
And I didn't know they were split up. And I was like, yeah, I tried to, make
Tell
sure
him.
that didn't happen. But he said he had a dick and you should have saw her face.
What?
Because it was one of the reasons they split up because he was
Right.
obnoxious, right?
Right. That's
Yeah,
just the type of shit he would do.
But I
Next
ain't gonna
to
lie though, I
population.
might not have said that, but I don't know if I would have accepted the instruction either. I would have been like,
Dude, I've been selling
I know how to
fireworks
do
for-
I know how to do fireworks. Come on now.
That's true. I guess that's true.
I would have, but you
That's
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
That's
like if
true.
you really don't, but I'm like, shit. I don't-
Right. I
Like
got it.
sometimes somebody be like, you need help setting that up, and I'll be like, nah, I don't. But I ain't never set one of these up before. But I'm like, as a man though, like shit, I'm thinking I ain't saying I saying I got a dick, but I'm thinking I got a dick. I got this. You know what I'm saying?
At
Like
least-
I'm gonna take care of this. Goddamn it, I'm gonna figure it out.
At least you're willing to.
You know what
admit
I'm
it,
saying?
Now,
Like,
now everybody running, ducking for cover because
So
you couldn't ask for help.
Another thing funny, I had an assistant that helped me with real estate. So I use the same phone number for fireworks as I do real estate. I've had the same phone number for like
shit.
Oh,
25,
wow.
30 years, right?
Yeah.
That's what I use.
Yeah.
That's what all my customers know. So I've never
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
it just out of security. And so I had this assistant that worked for me and somebody called and said, do you guys have any cakes? Well, fireworks, there's a
Yeah.
Oh,
category
right,
of fireworks
right,
called
right. Yeah.
cakes. And he said, no, this isn't a bakery, because he was my real estate assistant.
Yeah.
And it was the beginning of the season. I
Yeah.
hadn't had a chance to
Tell him.
Talk to him
explain.
about it.
Yes. And then another funny thing. So the same year, that first year, so we do real estate, right? And real estate, like in the field that I'm in, I would do work with like wholesalers and a lot of investors, but I also do like regular retail real estate.
Right.
So it's very like professional environment, right? You don't deal with a lot of street or
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
like a lot of
Yeah,
lingo.
yes,
It's
yeah.
very professional.
Yeah.
So my assistants all have access to my text messages, and one of my past customers texted and said, Are you the white girl with the fat ass that sells fireworks? And I'll never forget my assistant's face because he
Was this
wasn't-
Chris?
No,
Was it Chris?
No,
Oh, I'm about to say
no, his
shit.
name
I
was
can only-
Wesley. His name was Wesley, and he wasn't used to that. Like he was like
What?
very like clean cut.
Not,
like
I'm just, bro, why did he have to add that
That
in
didn't need to
there?
be in there. That did not need to be.
Why did he have to add
he was just
that
trying to
in
figure out if
there?
it was the girl with the good deals, right? That's what he remembered about me, was the white girl with the
Man,
fat
that's
ass that
hilarious,
sells
man.
fireworks, right?
I'm dead
Man,
on that one.
Did he buy something?
Oh yeah,
He got.
he buys every year.
Like,
He's still
that's a good
buying.
customer. You can say fat ass. Who cares? No, that's
Come get these
hilarious,
five-
man.
That's funny.
I'll never forget though, just the change from
Oh,
the
shit.
everyday pace of real estate, and
Yeah.
then when fireworks comes in, it's
It's a
just-
totally different
it's
customer
totally
base.
different,
Yeah, totally different business. That's
yeah.
what's up, man. Well, tell us now. I mean, what Barb? Because you are a real estate agent. What do you have going on? What does your team look like right now? What do you have going on right now? Maybe some accomplishments that we don't even know.
Yeah.
You know, from our side right now, I know that you do a lot of stuff. What's going on with you right now?
So right now, I am transitioning from being an individual agent. I was for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
I got another agent on my team last year, and it's kind of just been me and him.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have 6 agents.
Mm.
So I'm going from basically being self-employed to being a business owner, right? I
Right.
mean, even though I was a business owner, if I wasn't out selling real estate, I wasn't making no money.
Right.
So now, it's definitely it's my first time. I've always been like a solo entrepreneur. I've always
Okay.
bought and sold stuff, right? That's what I've always done. Now with the fireworks stores and stuff, I manage people, but the fireworks really sell themselves. You put
Right.
the fireworks out there, you price them right, people come and buy them.
Exactly.
Motivating and helping people sell real estate is
Different.
totally different. There's so much psychology in real estate.
Mhm.
You can be, good at sales, but if you don't understand how people tick and what
Yeah.
makes them excited and, like what to say, like, and you guys may or may not deal with this, but in retail real estate, we talk people off of a ledge almost every day, right?
What you mean by that though? When you
Like,
say
uh-huh.
talk them off of a ledge,
Right,
explain
explain.
we
that.
literally are just do like damage control. Like the reason that real estate agents exist is because buyers and sellers have huge egos.
Mhm.
And when you're dealing with an asset that is so expensive and it means so much to them, they literally get in their own way.
Yeah.
So in order to be a good realtor, you have to be able to talk people off of a ledge. If
Absolutely.
that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
hey, like you literally have to say, you have to be a mirror for them. Like if this was you and you were, in this situation and someone was acting like you, how would you react? Like, let's
Right.
get reasonable. I guess talking people off of a ledge, what I mean by that is you literally are talking reason into people on
Yeah.
a regular basis because they're letting things get out of control because they're so emotionally
Yeah.
invested into something and it's business.
Do you
It's
think
business.
that that's more important than the actual skill and the numbers and the knowledge and knowing your shit? Do you
Absolutely.
think that's more important?
Absolutely. Because I can sit down at a listing appointment and it may be a neighborhood that I've never sold a house in. I don't know nothing. I can run comps. The numbers are all the same. It's all right there.
Right.
It's data. If you know how to analyze data.
Right.
But if you don't know what's important to that person at that listing
You
appointment.
can lose that deal.
Okay,
You're
so
never gonna get it.
that's right. So if they're strapped for money and strapped for time, but their house needs a ton of work, and you're the agent that goes in there and is like, okay, I think if we spend $15,000, we can get this done.
And
I
they
got
like-
contractors. You're done.
Yeah.
So if you can't read and talk to that person and have understand the psychology of who you're dealing with,
Yep.
you'll never get that listing.
Yeah, you got to be able to read a room. I think we talk about that all the time too. By the way, we do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
More on our side is making them like having them think more realistic. Like, because some people they think they want their house is worth this much. Like, how'd you get to that number? If you don't mind me asking. Oh well, Bob's property I know down the street sold for $300,000. I said, well, how does Bob's property look compared to yours?
And is it 1,000 square feet bigger with a 4-car garage?
Oh well, he has a basement. Yeah, his basement is really really nice. I said, do you have those things in your basement as well, Bob? Brad? No, we never finished our basement. Okay, well let me.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to finish the basement. Okay. When's the last time that the kitchen was updated? Shoot, we moved in it in 2000 and never touched it. Okay, well I'm gonna have to update the kitchen, so that's gonna be fun. I have to start making it realistic for them. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
think that's something that we have to do like more than talking people off a ledge. We do sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we got sellers or buyers, like they might get seller's remorse a little bit, and we try to. The way we handle things on the front end, we try to like veer away from seller's remorse. You know what I'm saying? Because same with buyer's remorse, you got seller's remorse. They're like, my mom lived here. My grandparents lived here. Now I don't really want to sell it. But I think once we bring it to them realistic and we really, because you got a lot of people selling them dreams. They might even go with somebody else over us at first. And then now they didn't circle back around because of the conversation that we had with them was more realistic.
Real.
And they like, damn, okay, like you told me that this was gonna happen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
we definitely have to do that as well.
And too, like you gotta have that part and that logic in there, like you saying, T, is just being able to set up the call for the actual close, but you got to be able to go from logic to emotion.
Yes.
Is what Barbara's saying. Like
Yes.
you need to be able to not just stay on there, but figure out why do they want to sell it. If
Right.
they having seller's remorse, what is it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
The
like
discovery.
he
part
said
of
the
it.
discovery, but not all the time the seller's gonna tell you that. They might be
Yep.
like, yeah, we just decided not to sell it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Yep.
One of the biggest deals that we got this year, we flipping it right now. We're going to put it on the market here
Let's
in a second.
do it. Let's do it.
And this, it was a lady, called her a few different times, spoke to her. Great conversation. Everything went well. Going over, set a time, going out there to the property, figure out we in the same ballpark, just we within 10,000. And really, if she wanted the extra, we probably could have just made it work, you know?
Right.
But I wanted to get there to try to get it done because her husband was still at work and stuff. Great conversation. And she set it up. Her husband wanted her to move forward. She was the one that was really reluctant. But me and her had a great conversation. And then she called me back and was like, yeah, I don't think you should come. I'm like, why? It's just not really the right time. We may wait till the market, you know, gets better and things like that. I'm like, well, do you want to list it? No, we probably not going to list it. Okay, so you probably just going to keep it and keep the tenant in there? No, we're not going to do that either. Okay, so you're still going to sell it for all cash price, you're saying? Or what do you plan to do? Yeah, we want to do that, just not right now. Okay, but just help me does your husband not want to, you know, so I'm trying to dig and kind of go through a lot of different ways, and then she just ghosted us. So, Barb, guess what the fuck we did?
What'd you do? Go knock on her door?
Pulled right up to her fucking house.
That's what I do too.
Knocked on the goddamn door, and the dude was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Word
He
sign.
got a little reluctant at first too. Remember, he was like, you know, I gotta have my wife here, you know, or whatever. I think we do want to sell it still, definitely. But he was like, but if she's not here, he was like, you know, come back later. Then we can talk when she gets here, because she went out to get stuff for his birthday. What happened was we go back, we get in the car and everything, and he even started pulling off. He was already pulling off because we was like, all right, we just gonna eat around, because it was in Plainfield. He was like, we're gonna eat around the area and then we're gonna come back. I had my kids with me and everything, and as I'm putting, like, I was getting her in the car seat, like calm down and stuff like that, reaching to the back. I look up, here he was running down the driveway like, hey, I thought we left something. Like, we dropped something or something. He was like, we're done with it. We're going to get a sign. Let's do it.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, just like that. Boom. But yeah, like he said, it was something in his realization of the emotion of the call that he's like, we got to get in front of them because that's going to make it more real for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, they had a problem on their hands. You know what I'm saying? That they wanted to get rid of the property to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that really helped out. You know, once we really start digging into that, it was a tenant that they really didn't want to tell that, you know, that they was selling. I don't know if they didn't want to tell her that they were selling, but they didn't really want to deal with the disconnection of it. That's a lot of our properties, is they don't want to really deal with the disconnection from it, especially if they know them, if they know their family, stuff like that. They don't want to have that argument, right, of like, why are you selling it? Like, no, I need to stay here another year and nobody told me, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But that was a good deal, though.
Yeah, that's going to be a great deal.
Sweet.
It's over in, where's it at?
That's in Irvington.
Do you guys close on it already?
Real Irvington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already
We'll
in motion.
We'll probably be done with.
The last time
in
that I
2
talked
weeks.
to you, I was talking to you about back when you were talking about your duplex.
Uh-huh.
That's where I was at. I was over there actually getting like checking it out and
Okay.
and having our contractor walk it. But yeah, but outside, okay, so that's what you got going on right now.
Yep.
The
Just
bar,
building, growing a team, learning how to lead people. And it's new for me. It's very
Right.
new for me. It's a lot different than I thought.
But
Yeah.
tell people, catch up, because I want you to speak to some of the accomplishments and all the stuff that you've done. Bar, for people who don't know, who may not even be in Indianapolis, why are you such a great realtor? Why do people reach out to you? How much have you done in volume?
Well,
Just stats.
let's
give
say-
me the stat line.
so
and
I
stuff.
think the reason I do well, like I kind of alluded to this, but like, so I joined Cyria before I got my real estate license. So I started building relationships. I learned the lingo. I learned different, exit strategies. So whenever people talk to me, I'm not like the soccer mom realtor, right? Like, I understand and know business. I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I also love to help people, right? Like, my job is to get them what they want. It's
Yeah.
not my agenda. It's not what Barbara wants. It is what the client wants,
Yeah.
right? And so I tune into that and I work really hard to get them what they want. And then I feel like my business has grown because people say, if someone's talking about buying or selling a house, they're like, you got to call Barbara.
Right.
Because I take care of people.
Right.
And I think, like, people ask, I don't know if this answers your question, but they ask, like, what does it take to make a good realtor or anything in business? I think when you're dealing with people, you just have to be real.
Yeah.
You can't look people in the eye and try to pull the wool over their eyes for your own agenda, right? Like, it has to be for them, what's best for them, and to get them what they want. And as long as you get in people's corner and do that, you're going to be successful no matter what business you're in.
I think they got to make it align too. Like I mean, I think you guys have to make it align too. Like, especially when you're a real estate agent, because how do I say this? Like, I see some realtors out there, like, basically they will do the wool over your eyes. They'll say, I'm working whatever you want. But if what I want is not realistic, they're depending on you to educate them.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they might be saying, yeah, that's fine. You can get $300,000 when you know that damn well that you can only sell that property for $225,000.
Amen.
You know you're gonna price drop them to death.
Yep.
You know you're gonna do all this. Like, why not just be real with them
Just
up
get
front?
to the
I
point.
think the highest we can get this listed for is about $230,000.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I see this selling in the area. I see this in the area. Now, if you do this, you might be able to get that, or whatever. But this is what I'm seeing over there. Like, I don't want to, list your property and then you think, hey, why is it not selling? Well, the reason why it's not selling is because it's too high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that part of it, I feel like not enough realtors do. And I feel like I think the reasoning for that is because things was so Christmas over the last, like, 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where
but even
you might be able to still get a little bit more than what you out of your ballpark, just because, that the people was, coming in over asking price, no appraisal gap, you know what I mean? Like, all of that stuff. So, but I feel like that's the biggest part is agents being able to educate the seller on
even buyers
the process,
being realistic about what they're going to buy for their budget.
Yeah,
right?
True.
And I think that's so I have a lender that I work with, Heather Nooner at Fairway, and she and I have been best friends since 4th grade.
Yeah.
And what I tell people is, if you like working with me, you'll like working with her. And I think a
Right.
gift that we both have. And I don't know another analogy, so if you guys can educate me, because last time I said this, they were like, that's not something you should say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it anyway.
We're both good at, like, telling you your baby's ugly. Right.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, look how cute my baby is ugly. Right.
Right.
Like, and we're just not going to sit there and pretend and go along with something that is not the truth. Right. Like, we're going to be like, oh, sorry.
Hey,
but
that's a good
also
one.
having the tact
Yeah.
and saying it correctly
Yeah.
to where you don't offend or hurt people's
Exactly.
feelings, but you keep it
That's
real
a
with
great
them
skill.
all the time. And she and I
Yeah.
both have that. Right. So
Great
not
skill.
only with buyers or not only with sellers, right, telling them, but also with buyers too.
Yeah.
Bar, something else on top of that is the fact that one thing that you've done is, like you said, you started to educate yourself on the different strategies, which is something that we're doing in our business too, on our side, of being able to say, hey, here's a menu. What do you want?
Yes.
What do you want to
Right.
eat?
Yes.
Do you want burgers today? Do you want chicken nuggets? Do you want fries? Do you want a shake? What do you want?
Yep.
Because if I only sell burgers, that's cool. But now I only have
You're
to
limited.
I have to be niche. I have to be a thing versus saying, hey, I'm missing out on people who don't want a burger today.
Yep.
So that's something that you've done, is saying, okay, cool, creative strategies, land contracts, regular listings, working with investors. You say, cool, now I got the capabilities to be able to, you didn't start that way, I'm guessing, but you stayed with your education
Yep.
to be able to start to deliver and talk and educate people when you've seen the opportunity. Okay, look,
Right.
I see that you are, whatever. You got this hard money loan. It is killing you. Putting it on the market for what you got into it, you may be upside down. Maybe let's try to do this.
Yes.
And we probably can still get it off your hands and still be able to handle that person's problem.
Yeah.
Instead of them having to come with a lot of money to the closing table, right?
Right.
Different situations like that. So
Yeah, I think
that's what I think realtors are missing too.
being
Yeah.
a problem solver, right? Like
100%.
They close that out.
discovering, figuring out what it is that the person wants, and then working to solve that problem, but also having a large arsenal of tools in order
Right.
to be able to solve that. And then, like you said, like, I think that's also like a secret to my success. You asked me a little bit about like my accomplishments.
Yeah, I need
You
them
know,
stats
as a
again.
team as a team leader, this is new for me, so I'll let you know how that goes. Right.
Okay.
Right.
But
right.
as an individual agent, and I would say my best years, I was selling about 120 houses a year, which equates to about 16, 17 million in volume. And if you want to know the truth, the reason I have a team, The reason I have a team now is because I basically work 24/7.
How are you selling 120 properties a year?
That was just what was on the MLS. That didn't even count for the off-market stuff.
How much
I
you
did.
think it was total?
What's that?
If you had to think about it.
Like how many houses have I sold? Like in my career, or?
Like if 120 was just, so you saying some of them was off market or?
Yeah. I mean, I probably about 150 houses a year.
That's
in my
like
prime, I went 3 years really strong where that's what I was doing. So,
What was those days like though? Was them like crazy?
So that's what,
crazy
10, 12
days?
properties a month?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How was you doing that?
That's a good question. I mean, honestly, the sale.
Can you think back, Marvin? Like, do you think back sometimes? But like, how was I doing that? Like, I don't even know. I just was in it and it happened and I got shit done, but I don't know.
Well, you guys can attest to this because you are current clients of mine.
Right.
What is the craziest to me is that when I was selling all those houses, I was so busy I couldn't train people to do the back end stuff.
Right.
I was so
You
busy
didn't even have
taking
the
care of
time to
clients
train.
and running on appointments and selling all them houses.
Yeah.
I just threw warm-bodied people in a seat and just like,
Right.
and all I was doing was putting out fires and cleaning up
Yeah.
messes and like damage. It was just so much.
Damage control.
Oh my God, it was crazy. So that's what, when I think back, like, how did I do that?
Yeah.
But what I have now that I didn't have then is I have amazing support staff.
Right.
Amazing
Yeah.
support staff.
How'd you find them?
Just over time.
Yeah.
Over time. Yeah. And I think now I have, more time to be more structured, systems, processes, lay it out. This is what I want, how I like it done. And then it's repetitive every time. And my clients like that.
Right.
Where before I was new, right? I'd always just sold stuff. So
Yeah.
trying to train people and teach them the back end, which was something that I did when I had, a few deals a month when I was a brand new realtor. I
Right.
did that. But long story short is when you ask me that question, like, how did you do that? From a client standpoint, basically, I just always answered my phone and I was always available, which means
Right.
I had no personal life. I had my family, my kids pretty much hated me, right? Because
Right.
I never had any time, but I could buy them whatever they wanted.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm buying you your
anytime
love, baby, for a
I
few years
know.
now.
Every time we sat down for dinner and I just was like, oh, here's a moment. Boom. Issue, problem.
Yep.
It's something to offer with like a
Yeah.
2-hour deadline or something stupid
Right.
like that, right?
Did that?
Like-
How did that feel personally though? Like what? Like did it start to? Was it still just like, no, this is what I want to do. This is my strength. I love business so much, or did it start to be like, damn, like I'm really supposed to be sitting down at dinner, but like I gotta take this call, 'cause
Right.
I gotta take it, and it like weighed on you, or it didn't really affect you.
In the beginning, it didn't, because my business is called Succeed Real Estate. So I named it that because in real estate school, the teacher said like the percentage of people that don't succeed in this business, and it's like 90% or something. It's
Yeah.
like less than 10%
Yeah.
of people actually become a realtor and succeed.
Right.
So I was like, that ain't gonna be one of them statistics. I'm succeeding. So I
Right.
think I've learned a lot about like ego over the last couple of years. I think I was so ego driven and I was just so intent on being successful, right? Like how I appeared to the outside
Right.
was so important to me, and just not failing, that it just took priority over anything, right?
Right.
Like answering this phone call and handling this right now is what's going to get me what I've said that I'm going to do, which is be successful.
Right.
And so it was the most important. But in hindsight, my relationship with my family, like I can't ever get that time back.
Yeah.
But I did accomplish a lot of things. But also too, I know this isn't our subject, but after 3 years of selling all those houses, I honestly, if you want to know the truth, after becoming successful, was like, what now?
Right.
It was a little empty because
Yeah.
my purpose really wasn't a deep, strong, rooted purpose, like
Right.
helping people or sending my kid. It was just all about money and success, and it was ego driven.
Right.
Honestly.
I hear that a lot too.
I feel like that. Whereas you speaking, I'm like,
It's a truth.
is this me?
Right.
Is this me right
You
now?
gotta have a deeper, stronger purpose, because if not, once you hit it, you're just empty.
So
Yeah.
Like, what
so,
now?
So what'd you do after you said what now? My bad, T.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? How'd you? Okay, you woke up and was like, okay, bet I did all these properties. I sold like 1,000 homes, and and it's like, okay, I still got businesses coming, but like this ain't as fulfilling as I made it, but it don't feel like I made it. Like, how did you? Because you're still in real estate, you didn't turn and do something different.
Right.
So, what at that point did you start doing where you felt better?
I started living.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I started,
doing stuff for
I
your
started prioritizing my life and my dreams and the things that were important to me, my family. You know, I started scheduling my vacations before anything else.
Right.
Which I never had time.
Me first,
when I was
yeah.
selling all them houses, I didn't take no vacations. I
Right.
had no time to take a vacation. You ever tried to take a vacation when you got 15 active clients? Yeah, no, it's not happening. You're not taking a vacation. You're just going to work out of town. Right. So I just started, I kind of so I got COVID and I was down for 9 days and it changed my life because those 9 days I couldn't rest. I have multiple businesses, multiple business partners, multiple clients, and the buck stopped with me at everything.
Damn.
And I literally laid in bed for 9 days with brain fog, and all I wanted to do was rest, and all I could think about was all this shit that I needed to do. And then my business partners, my associates, my employees, and my clients, when you gonna do that? When you gonna do that? When am I gonna get that? When you gonna do that? When am I? And it was just like I literally came out of COVID, and I was like, I'm changing my life. Because I'm not designing a life that I can even be sick.
Right.
Right? Like
That's
what kind
crazy.
of life is this? So, but it really helped me to that's why I have a team now.
Yeah.
That's why I've hired good
Well, I was
people,
about to say
right?
that a lot of people get scared of that part is because it's not the purpose, right? And it's more attached to the money. It's like if I go and hire 5 people, I'm losing X amount of dollars, but you're also gaining X amount of time.
And what about the people you're helping?
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about that? What about the fact that now I just opened up another 4 hours of my day every day? I can be doing something that I really love to do. I can be hanging with my kids. I can be
Jacking off.
Jack.
It's called.
Stop it.
How do you
No.
remember which button does what?
It actually says it on
Oh,
there.
it does. Okay,
Yeah,
I can't see
yeah.
from here.
But nah, like
It's called growth and it's called leverage. And honestly, as long as you're, like you said in the beginning of this, working in the business, you're not working on the business. You literally own a job. You don't own a business. If you don't get
Right.
up and go, you don't make money.
Yeah.
And guess what you're going to end up being if you keep doing that? You're going to be that 90-year-old person handing out bags at the Walmart entrance because
Yep.
you didn't
Build a
set
business.
yourself up to where you can stop working and keep making money.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's huge right there.
That's such a hard transition. Like, I feel like, because we in it, Barb, like now, we've been making money. We've been doing it. We've, done X, Y, and Z and done okay and well and stuff. And we've had systems and not followed them and had them and not followed them. And like when we was like, okay, let's really like do this. And I feel like that is the hardest part right there, to say, hey, try to remove yourself and duplicate yourself and have systems and the right people to follow the systems where it's making money, it's printing money for you, and I don't have to be there. That's harder than making the decision to get in the industry.
You think?
Like from working a regular job, right? Your shit's scary as shit for most people to say, I'm going to leave this and I'm going to be a realtor and I'm going to do it on my time. That's a scary transition.
Yeah.
That's like, oh shit, my world's about to fuck up. I don't know. Can I do this on my own? Can I feed myself? I got kids. Can I?
Yeah.
You got all of that. But even as much as that feels, it's still easier to do that than it is to actually scale.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
That shit is hard, yo. Like, while you
Yeah.
doing it and then trying to build a working in and on your business, like,
Yeah, that's hard to separate. You got to think
Yeah.
about, too, like they say, within the first 3 years, a lot of businesses are done year 3. They say if you make it to year 5, past year 5, you probably have set up systems, et cetera. Because in year 3, especially for us even, year 3 was like, we got smacked because we didn't had systems in place. I'm saying, like, everything was just everywhere. We was doing good. We was buying all the properties up. You know what I'm saying? We was probably 50 rentals in. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff 3 years in. And then it was like, shit, now that we got all this, all right, how's the property No, they not.
Chaos.
Well, how is this? Well, we don't got a system for that.
bro,
I'm
Oh,
pulling
how do we do
up-
this?
I'm pulling up with the pole on me at properties, bar, kicking people out, telling
Wow.
you got to go. I'm like, this can't be for real.
Yeah.
You
There was
gotta
no
Like, how
system.
we
you gotta
get here.
slow down to speed up.
And that's the scary part for people. Like, it can be anything. It could be a lash tech. You know what I mean? You can be doing microdermal facials, whatever. Like, you gonna have to slow down and put those, or you just double the work. So you do your regular work day, but then in the night, you know what I mean? You burning both ends of the candle, but you're working on the business at that point, and how I'm about to transfer myself out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, not out for good, but that I can give myself back a certain amount of hours. Some people businesses, like, I think he said this before, like some people businesses, they can literally damn near be, like, I listen to them like, why the fuck don't they have a VA?
Bro.
They can run damn near the whole business.
Whole thing.
Can I put in a shameless plug right now?
Nah, I wanted to hop into that.
I got a VA business.
Barb,
I have a virtual assistant. You guys know her.
Oh, do you?
Belle? Yeah, you never spoke to Belle?
Yeah.
I spoke to her.
Belle
I didn't know you had a VA business.
Yeah, so she and she has all the connections in the Philippines, and she's been my assistant for 4 years, so she knows the ins and outs of
real estate.
They call like someone like me a rainmaker, so she knows how to be the right hand for a rainmaker, right? And it took her a while to get to the level that she's at. She's amazing.
Yeah. So
Shout
out Phoebe. We love you, Phoebe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Belle.
We're gonna end up moving Phoebe to the U.S.
So people kept asking about my VA, and so she would have her friends, work for these other realtors, and I'm like, bro, why don't we start a business?
Exactly.
So it's called Get Shit Done VA.
Is it?
Yes. And she trains them. I do the marketing. I'm the front end because I can talk to realtors about why they need a VA, what their VA can do for them, how they deal with their VA, because it's a different culture, different language. There's a lot of stuff in the last 4 years that she and I has worked through. And now it's like butter.
So y'all heard it first. We're partnering with Barb on this episode.
On Real Estate Investors, Get Shit Done.
Get Shit Done VAs. You can find us. We'll be everywhere you need us to be. We will handle all of your needs for you.
Man.
Any type of cold calling, lead generation, any type of admin, sales work, anything. Just holler at us. We're going to have the link in the description notes.
That is the best way to go, though, to scale, to start with a VA. But you got to know, my biggest,
it's the training.
Let me give you two.
You got to know what you're giving.
These
them.
are
give me
gold
some.
nuggets if you have a VA or planning to have a VA. First, don't think too small in terms of what your VA can do for you. When I hired my VA, I just thought, because, different culture, different language, and this is probably horrible, it was a very limiting belief, but I just thought she could do like easy, mundane tasks. I didn't give her anything big. Right? The other thing, so once I started doing that, she started like nailing it, right? And like thinking and like having ideas and saying, let's do this. And I'm like, well, this is like a business partner.
Yeah.
Right? And for what I'm paying her, like, it's like, oh my God, like I couldn't give someone a $60,000 salary here and get what I'm getting from her, if that makes sense. But it took me changing my beliefs in terms of what she could do. So I started delegating bigger tasks, and I used to have $60,000 executive assistants. She is my executive assistant now.
Yeah, so
and
is
she would have
Phoebe.
never gotten that position before, because in my brain, I thought she could just do like, just
they can
data
get up.
entry or cold calling. The other thing, if you have a VA and they're talking to people, you may. I had to learn this through my VA, but she was very robotic. Like all the time. And I just thought it was culture. I thought it was language. And I just thought that was what it was. But one day, for some reason, I was just like, why are you like a robot? And she told me, she said, I used to work in a call center. And if I got off a script, I could lose my job. So then she was trained to be like a robot, and she was punished if she wasn't. They don't train them in their jobs that they have before they get to you to be a person. They don't train them to be warm and crack jokes and make relationships with people. They just make them stay on script.
Exactly.
And that's it. And I didn't know that. And so the moment that I found that out and told her, I need you to be a human. I need you to talk to people. I need you to be warm with them. I need you to feel them out. If you feel like they're having a bad day, say something, right? If you want to say something funny, if you can tell that they're in a good mood, like build some rapport. We're in a relationship business, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
And it was a game changer. Like literally within a week, like I told you, Heather, I work close with her. She's like, what's going on with Belle? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, she's just different. Like, she's like a person, like not a robot. And I'm like, really? Like that fast. fast, right?
Yeah.
So those are the two nuggets I can give
I
anyone
agree.
working with VAs. Do not limit or think that they can't do bigger things.
Yeah.
And definitely have the conversation with them. If you feel like they're robotic, find out why and talk to them and set that expectation, because people can't read what's in your mind.
Exactly.
I feel like T was like that.
I was about to say. I was about to.
He was a robot?
No, I wasn't a robot. I was limiting in what I felt like she could do. Not that what she could do. I think it was more of like, nah, I can do this faster than her.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna get it done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to go through the process of just saying, hey, this is how you do this, do that. Some of the stuff she already know how to do. I'm just thinking I'm gonna have to train her through it, and it's gonna take forever. Then next time she do it, but nah, I've definitely came off of that now. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But what I literally like. This is the third thing that I think for people is with the training stuff, like it may not work on the first VA, but if you're recording videos of what to do,
Screen
record, you
Yes.
you can even go to trainyouwill.com and sign up and actually shoot your videos and put them in literally little sections where it's like training part 1, training part 2, training part 3. This is for acquisitions. This is for dispositions. This is for this. And you can have those videos in there. This is the stuff that I'm telling y'all about to work on like after you get off. You know what I'm saying? Like after your regular day of doing whatever you're doing, nails, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but personal training, whatever. Take that time to do stuff like that. Record a video on how to write up a workout. You don't always have to create your own workouts.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you do it on a Sunday and now you have somebody else enter them all into your database or whatever it is. But like we started doing videos and like now I'm just like him. This is the thing of the difference with me and Omari. He want to give her everything. He like, Phoebe need to do it. Why you not telling Phoebe? Why you not telling Phoebe? I'm like, bro, I'm just going to get my, you know what I'm saying? I can't go take a shit without Phoebe. Come on, man. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some stuff I still to this day, some stuff I'm like, nah, I like to do this. You know what I'm saying? I like to do that. Certain stuff
Like what,
I
T?
needed to give up. You know what I'm saying?
Like what? I don't think it's nothing that I think you do it in the moment because you like, still like, bro, it's cool. Like, I'm going to do it. I don't think it's because you like to do it. It's just the fact that
I can't give you an exact thing because I mean, it's
you know
really
what I'm saying?
it's
It's
on
just
the
kind of
spot.
like it might be your side of something. Let's say right now, something with the listings or construction or whatever. Like in your head, that's my side of the business.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to talk to Barbara, throw something to slack, whatever it is. Anything. I think if it's something for you to do, and it's not like maybe Phoebe hasn't done it, or like it's just gonna take a little bit extra just to talk to her about it. You're like, it's cool. Like it's really not because it's not that deep to you to do it. But it's not something that you like to do.
I don't like to waste time. So, like, I think I get tied up in that. Like, for instance, the closing. I felt like if I took on that closing would have been done a week before it was.
And T, maybe you're right. But what about the third and the fourth? And
Yeah,
the
you're
10th?
right. It's going to keep on going like that,
She learned
though.
from it, though, didn't she?
She learned from it for sure. But she's like she's not going to want to put her foot down the way I will. Like, come on. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Listen.
Well, this is where you set
you
in
saying
protocol.
title company,
Exactly.
you saying this buyer. Okay. Let me just put y'all on three-way now.
Yeah.
Now who's saying what they supposed?
But you
like,
gotta give
you can't
Phoebe-
say that y'all waiting on this and then you saying that you ready and then I'm calling her to tell him what she said. All right, well, now we all on the phone. What's
Yes.
up?
Well, you got to give Phoebe permission to know when it's time to bring you in.
Right.
Right? So when she can just make that judgment call, like, that's me in my business. I'm the bulldog. I'm the pit bull.
Right.
When things ain't going right and you keep saying the same thing or you keep getting the same response and it's not the result you
Then
want,
she pull you in.
You got to let
Yeah,
me know.
exactly.
Right? That's why I'm here, because when I get on the phone, shit happens. Right?
Yeah.
Don't sit and spin your wheels for 2 weeks when you got someone like me at your disposal.
Right.
But you got to give them that permission
to go ahead and reach up. I think that's something that we definitely need to do.
Yeah, it's protocol, right?
It's like, let us know when you need the help too, though.
Right.
But I think that was what it was for me. Like, I didn't like giving away everything. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, because I know I can get that done. I know Phoebe can do this. Like, I used to be like, maybe all of the data entry stuff. Like, I was
Yeah.
kind of like how you just said. But nah, she's way better than that.
Do you
I mean,
guys-
she runs our entire. I mean, like
That's
literally
Belgian.
from an
She's the glue.
operations
That's
status.
Belgian.
So again, get shit done.
VA.com.
VA.com.
You know,
And,
turn
and,
it up.
and we got our partner in the Philippines, Bell. You got me here on the front end to handle shit. But let me tell you my favorite thing about Belle, about working with a VA. So she's from a third world country, right? And there's not a ton of opportunity in the Philippines, which is why we like working with them, because we don't have to pay a ton of money, but they make a decent living.
Oh,
right?
they do, yeah.
Yeah, so Belle, since she's worked with me, she has bought a house and she bought a brand new car. And she sends me pictures. She's my partner.
Right.
She doesn't just work for me. She's my partner in life. Like, I am responsible for making sure she's successful, and she's responsible for making sure I'm successful.
Fact.
And that is so rewarding to be able to help someone that far away. But look what she's done for me for Succeed Real Estate. You know, it's just a mutual. It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
You know?
We get in our meetings sometime and we like, all right, we can't keep on talking. Because like today she went, this weekend she went out to the beaches and stuff like that. And she was going through a pack. It's crazy because when we gave her a raise this year, and she was going through like she was becoming more of like the financial burden in her home was starting to fall more on her. It's basically what she was saying. But she told us this after we gave her the raise. She was like, so this was such a perfect time for me to start making more money. You know what I'm saying? And we just feel like, if she keeps on growing and stuff, we're not just going to keep her at that rate. We're going to move her up again. And she's going to get a little bit more tasks and things like that, but we're going to move her up again. You know what I'm saying?
So my best advice for that, too, as a business owner, incentivize people that they're going to make more money when you make more money.
Right.
Instead of more hourly or salary, bonus them on closings.
Yeah.
Bonus them on ways when you're making more money that they're making more money, and it will motivate them to do more as well. Like Belle gets bonused on my closings now. I never did that. It's hourly, right? Because it's so cheap hourly. But I was like, why?
So
why don't I incentivize her?
How do you do that with an EA? How do you do that?
What do you mean? Well, it's not a ton, but so she was looking for a raise.
Yeah.
And, as a business owner and starting a team and me not selling 120 houses a year, I have to be very careful with finances. I don't want to stack myself with all this overhead.
Yep.
And if the sales don't come, guess who's upside down? It's me. It
Exactly.
ain't nobody else, right?
Yep.
So whenever people are like, I want more money, now I'm incentivizing based on closing. So now she gets $10 per closing.
Right.
So, and I got 6 agents.
Yeah.
So she gets $10 for every agent. So whenever she's like, hey, I just want to confirm your appointments today. Or, or did you she checks the database, make sure they're doing their follow up, right? Like that's all stuff I don't have to do.
So that it gets to closing.
You see what I'm saying? So she's managing the business and I'm incentivizing her for doing that.
For sure.
That makes sense. So if I would have just gave her $1 an hour, if I would have gave her $1 an hour raise, that she would have no motivation to go and make sure we're closing more deals.
So I think we're gonna try to incorporate that because
$10 a closing, what's that?
Yeah.
But for them, it's a lot.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you're closing 10 deals a month, you see what I'm
That's
saying?
extra 6, whatever. So I think for her, man, and I'm starting to see like her personality even more.
Yeah.
Like she coming on there, she got her hair done, her makeup done, her nails done, going to the beach, taking her mom and stuff out.
She's
It
telling
feels
us
good,
more of
don't
her
it?
life.
Feels
More of
good.
her life, yeah. But it took a while for us to. She was always dope and amazing, but it just took a while for her personality to come out. Just because she's more reserved.
How long has she been with you guys?
Was it 2 years?
2 years now. Yeah.
2 years.
I would say
about
probably
to go on through.
after the 2-year mark is when I started seeing
Start
Belle's
seeing,
personality,
now I'm starting to see her more. And she's like, she'll just say like some funny, just real, nonchalant,
funny
don't even
stuff,
make, but she, it's just funny. It's just like her little personality. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we want to continue to, give her raises and different opportunities to grow, within us and stuff like that. So that's what's up. Well, I'm definitely going to try to take that and figure out like, okay, for us, money generating activities or things that we don't need to do that could result in money, right? How can she be responsible over that and then incentivize her with that and continue to find different ways to do that? That's
yeah,
cool.
and a good VA, even if it's not her responsibility, but you're bonusing her on closings, but she don't have no control over closings, but she knows your business, she's going to get in there and figure out what
How to
she
get
can
more
do
things
to
to
get more
closing.
closings,
Yeah.
be more efficient instead of
Exactly.
stuck getting delayed, and then she's got waiting on that bonus. How can we
Right.
get it? And that's how they are. They're smart.
Yeah.
They're super
They're like,
intelligent.
I'm going to
They
make
are.
sure this joint get to closing. I want it to close just as much as y'all want it to close.
So it don't even have to be her
Yeah.
responsibility.
Absolutely.
You just bonus her on your success, and then
Yeah.
she becomes responsible for your success. If that makes
Absolutely.
sense.
Shit, and they feel it.
We're in
Well,
a
man.
coaching session right now.
We
Boy,
are. We
sheesh.
are. But man, at this point in the show, you already know what time it is.
Yeah.
We're going to
Overtime.
O and TZ.
You know what it is.
But nah, man, today we got a crazy topic. First of all, definitely prayers up to the family But we just kind of want to discuss the stuff around it. But DC Young Fly's wife, Jackie O, she passed away. She was getting, and I don't want to be wrong about it, but I want to say she was getting some type of plastic surgery or mommy makeovers is what they call. And she passed away from some implications with the surgery. My question to y'all is, with how prevalent it is now to go and do that, like, what do y'all feel about that? Barbara, you first. What do you feel about women going and getting, taking that risk? Because there is a risk in any surgery that you get. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that, but the fact that you going inside of someone's belly, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Pause. That type of stuff is like that type of stuff. It's like there's risks that come with it, and that's one of the risks. Is you could hit the wrong artery, wrong vein, or something like that, and now you bleed out. Like you can die from it. What's your take on women, and doing that type of shit? Sorry, women and men,
right?
Because there's men out here doing it now. Yeah, for sure.
Getting booties and stuff.
It's
damn.
I think
6-pack.
So I don't really wear makeup. Like, I try to be natural as possible. Like, I can't be 100% natural, but I try to be as natural as possible. And me, I'm just not a real superficial person. Like, like when I've dated in the past, like there's got to be some physical attraction, but like I'm looking at how they make me feel, like what kind of person they are, how they treat people, stuff like that, right? So this is a tough one for me because I just turned 42 on Saturday. So I'm getting a little older. Things that used to stand up are kind of falling down now. And, I've had some thoughts about maybe some things that could get fixed. But I'm also I'm not a big fan of anything that's super invasive. Right. So I think, I see, like, even for me, like, I get a little irritated. I'm not a status quo kind of person. Like, I just keep it real. Whatever feels right to me, my clothes, my hair, the way that I look, how I carry myself, I just do what feels right and what feels real. Like, for me, there's no such thing as normal. Normal doesn't exist. Right and wrong exist. Right. And what makes me feel good exists.
Right. Because what's normal to you might not be normal to me.
That's exactly. There is
know
no
what
normal.
I'm saying? Like,
I don't try to be normal. There is no normal. I create
normal.
Yeah, that's right. So, but I think honestly, this is a deep one. You just push a little button on somebody that can go really deep with something like this. I think that we just have to love ourselves more. Yeah. And focus on the physical. It's almost like what I said, like I just pushed to be successful. Yeah. And then when I got successful, it was like, wah.
Well, that's what I was.
It was empty. So like, okay, I need a flatter stomach. Okay, you got a flatter stomach now.
Now what?
Right.
Now what? Bigger titties, and I'm gonna get some dimples.
It's never gonna stop if you don't love yourself.
Exactly.
Right? So I think there's a lot to our society as Americans where we don't get taught that. Like, we're always looking on the outside. That's why we're a very consumeristic, society. We buy things to try to make ourselves feel good and look good.
Absolutely.
And so I think that it's a very deep topic. How I feel about it is I feel like, do you, if that's what makes you feel good. Yeah. But I really hope that is what makes you feel good. Like, I struggle with like these big puffy lips, and like I know I have friends that like try to drink a bottle of water and the water just drips down because they can't feel their lips because it's all full of both. And I'm like, how is that pretty? Yeah. How is that pretty? Like, you're beautiful. You don't need
that.
Exactly. But
I think that's
it's you just hit one with me.
Yeah.
You want to know the
and
truth.
I mean, Bard, though. I mean, I'm just speaking on the bow tie, on the lips and shit, though. That one right there, I be looking at some lips sometime, and I'm like, baby girl, like,
what was you thinking?
What was you thinking?
Yeah, they be.
That don't even look nowhere near cute. It's like a.
Well, I think men need to say that.
No,
I think women do that because they think men
like
desire them big, fat, puffy lips. I don't think women do it for women.
Not fake.
I think they do it.
My thing is, if a girl's lips are naturally big,
it's beautiful.
People think
that's
like, damn, that look
right.
good.
It don't look right.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell it's
like,
fake.
This side over here is cool, and then this side.
Some of y'all
this,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
Because
like
it's fake regardless.
be like,
What about them eyelashes? No, I'm just
Some of
kidding.
them eyelashes
I mean-
is starting to become like
Some
little
of the
rakes
ones
on the side of they.
yeah,
At
They
least-
now
be
you
looking
can
like a
fly
rake hanging off their eyelid. No, I ain't playing. Y'all
It
getting
might can
ridiculous with
fly-
them too.
fly away,
Now I'm about to get
definitely.
on your ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But no,
fly
but
away.
seriously though,
Um,
with the lip stuff, man, like and stuff like that. The problem is, it's almost like you know when you see somebody wearing like a all fake Gucci suit, like a all fake, like they wearing all Gucci, but you could tell it's all
bootleg.
fake.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
You're trying
that's
too
how it
hard.
looks to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like it's like, damn, that's really like
I mean, you
artificial.
came
It's
out
that
just
bad.
stupid
I've seen,
bold.
mind you, my wife, she does this stuff. So she does bow ties on people, fillers,
Oh,
all that
wow.
stuff. So she got a whole total different look on it.
Yeah.
But still with her, when people come in and they stuff is already like big, like
And
she
they want
like
it bigger.
she like the realtor that we was talking about. She's like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, if I put more in there, it's not gonna help what you're trying to accomplish. What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah. If you want to look good, that ain't gonna do it.
It's gonna mess it up, really. You know, like you already have too much. I recommend putting this much in at one time. They come in, they be like, no, I want blah 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 syringes of it. She's like, no way. There's no way I'm gonna do that. You could probably go to somebody and they'll do that, but I'm not gonna do that. Like I feel like that's gonna mess you up. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is like you go to the wrong people. Like people are going to the wrong people. Like they flying
get
in
it
different
done.
countries to get stuff done. You got to be safe about that type of stuff, man. You don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So my take on it is do your due diligence, do your thing, but make sure it's for you. Cause like once you get there, like she said, once you get there, you know, make sure if it wasn't for you, you're going to be trying to, you know what I'm saying, do something for the next person for the rest of your life. Like,
what about gratitude and being grateful? Like,
For what you
okay,
got.
you want Botox because you got wrinkles. How blessed are you to have wrinkles? You're still
Right.
alive. There's people that died in their 20s and never even got a wrinkle. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Wasn't even
blessed.
thinking about
them
a wrinkle.
wrinkles are a blessing.
right.
So I think that just changing the view of like what things actually
What's
mean
beautiful
and
to you,
It's
yeah.
It's beautiful. A wrinkle is beautiful.
Yeah.
A gray hair is beautiful.
Right.
Because you're blessed that you even got to live long enough
Right.
to have
To
one.
see those
right?
different changes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that's
think your
stuff, yeah.
perspective and just being grateful for what you have,
Yeah.
I think will help people to stop chasing. And not
I
that they're
agree.
bad. I just feel like there's some emptiness there
Right.
that people are trying
Yeah.
to feel, and it's a little sad.
If you, I
feel
mean, you're
that
trying to beautify
But I-
yourself, I understand, but
I ain't gonna lie. You know, well, if they want to get the BBL done, man, let them get the BBL done.
Would you rather touch a fake booty or a real booty?
Real,
Real.
1,000%.
Amen.
I'm just saying what they want to
Real.
hear, man. Nah, nah, for real.
no,
nah,
you need to
serious stuff.
keep it real.
Nah,
keep it real.
I'm keep it real.
Because I think women.
I
do
do
it
though.
For men,
in real life
honestly.
though, in real life, 100% I do. I don't. I mean, yeah, I've never, not that I know of.
You don't want to pop the titty.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. I'm
Damn,
cool.
baby, your titty hard.
Like, come on, like a rock. I'm cool.
I'm
like,
good.
like a big
You
old
don't
rock.
really, and then they like, but I do understand the perspective of women saying, hey, I am getting older. I don't have this genetically, whatever. I want to try to get this a little bit enhanced or something like that. Understood. I can understand that to a certain degree. But when it's like the stuff we talking about, you keep getting it. You got your booty, then you get your face, then you get your tit, then you get your tit. Like it just keep going down this whole rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that really kind of don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
me, Barbara.
And you
But
really gotta. I mean, you gotta really understand too, like how you just said, like men
I'm like,
gotta
just
speak
work
out.
for it. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's how I feel.
They like men speak out, right? There's certain stuff that you can't work for though. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some
certain
girls,
stuff
they
you
butt is
definitely
never
can't.
gonna get that
Your
big.
lips ain't gonna
Yeah.
get bigger.
You get what I'm? Your lips ain't gonna
True.
get bigger. You ain't sharing. You like, yeah, your lips gonna get bigger. Okay. So, but what I'm getting at is like they not really doing it for the men. I'm telling you, with the men, like my wife told me, like y'all think like just why would do men really like that? Like any of your friends, I'm like it ain't even about my friends. Even people that's not my, I know they don't like that. They not doing it for the men. They doing it for the gram.
Yeah,
They doing it for social
they
media a
doing
lot
it
of the
they
time.
seeing a lot of other
People
social media people doing it, for
or
sure.
that look like that already.
But
like-
but they are
BBLs
get-
didn't become a big thing until Kim Kardashian.
absolutely.
She swears hers is real.
You know what I'm saying? Which is
Come on,
and that's
man.
what Kim cut
When
it
you
out.
see that shit inside of the Kim, stop that shit, man.
And
Don't-
I used
don't
to,
wanna
hey,
hear
I
you
used
saying
to,
that
I used
no
to
more,
say
man.
it was real too. I used to be
Stop
like, nah, it's
doing
definitely
that,
real,
man.
man. It's
When I
definitely
seen
real.
that shit on the commercial on her show, and that was just not math. The math wasn't math. And with the leg and the thigh and the it
Yeah, that's the
wasn't
part.
adding up. I said, ain't no way. God did not make you like that. That looked like it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kylie too, her sister, talking about, yeah, I'm on that. Listen, if I pull up a picture when you was 15 or 16 until when you was 19,
Oh yeah,
bitch,
you look
like
totally
a whole
different.
different person.
Totally different person.
Completely different. So
Oh yeah, man. It
anyway,
is
but
what
no.
it is.
To the family though, man, we condolences, really our prayers out to them. DC Young Fly, man, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully him and the kids,
Yeah,
man,
most
got
definitely.
strength, man. He delivered a strong message, bro, you know what I'm saying? Saying keep God first, and it was real uplifting. It was
Absolutely.
dope, man, what he was saying. So,
Shout
man,
out
just,
to
you know what I'm
him.
saying? Prayers out to them. I know y'all gonna see this way late this episode or whatever, but still, you know what I mean? I can't imagine, like, just going to sleep and waking up and being like, damn, like, she ain't here. But it
Right.
ain't like because she got killed, she got ran over. It's just because it was
It's
like
a different
a
type of
choice.
feeling.
she
yeah.
probably done got like 5, 10, 20 of her friends that has got the same thing done
Surgery.
that he know. And they
It wasn't
right
like
there.
he just sent this
Yeah.
girl off to like do
Yeah,
something.
that knew it was a
he was
risk. if
never
she's
thinking
not
that.
coming home. That was
Yeah.
just like, what? Hold
Yeah.
on, wait a minute. She not here. Something I can't even imagine how that feel.
Condolences
in this
definitely to
process. So,
everybody.
yeah, so that's what I got.
But man, Barb, we really, really appreciate you coming on to the podcast.
Yeah.
We had to catch up with you, but we got you.
Yes.
But is there any way that where can anybody find you at? Where can everybody find you at? If they're looking to list a property, if they're looking for fireworks, if they're looking for VAs, where can they find you
All right,
at?
so the phone number works for all the businesses, 317-414-3262. You can go to succeedrealestate.com. You can go to circlecityfireworks.com, fireworkstoyourdoor.com, barbarawhiteside.com, or you could go to getshitdoneva.com.
Hey, and it's
I
just
like
like
that.
that now.
Just like that.
Now y'all know
Like that.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all better reach out. But also, man, make sure y'all check out the Mogulsinthemakingpodcast Making mentorship. I know we just got some new students in there. We ready to turn up with them. We going live twice a week now instead of once a week, and then we also do a live walkthrough every month. I know that we already have people that's doing deals on inside there. So man, definitely check us out. Link will be in the bio. Please comment, share. And let us know, man, what y'all want, who y'all want to see on the podcast, what more of y'all want to see of, any topics that you guys definitely want us to cover. Definitely let us know in the comments, most definitely.
And we do also have an event that's coming up, Barb. You coming to it? I'm
What
putting you
is
on the
it?
spot
What
right
is
now.
it?
Yep.
Next month, July 19th. We're going to have an event. Nobody really know about it. Yeah, we just figured this out like on Friday. But we're going to have it. We're going to have it like, it's going to be dope.
What is it?
It's gonna
What
be
kind
like
of
a,
event?
It's gonna
Like
be
for real estate
it's
investors?
gonna be like
a
for
networker.
investors, networkers, realtors. It's gonna be probably a little bit more social. I'm
Okay.
guessing. We still kind of trying to put the ideas together, but it's gonna be like a rooftop type, kind of like
Sweet.
the rooftop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
fireworks will be over July 19th, so my schedule will be much more.
Nah.
All right, come on
Bet.
now. We need you there. So
All
you
right.
gotta
Sounds
hear
good.
first.
Yes.
All right, man. Just like that.
We out.
Thanks for having me.
All right.